Hello everyone. This video is brought to you by Gia Online Education. In this video, we will learn about decomposition reactions. So let us start the video. So what are decomposition reaction? Let us read this activity first. Take about 2 grams of ferrous sulfate crystals in a dry boiling tube. Note the color of the crystals. Heat the boiling tube over the flame of a burner or a spirit lamp. Observe the color of the crystals after heating. So in this activity, we have to take ferrous sulfate in a test tube and then we have to heat this ferrous sulfate. What is heat? Heat is a form of energy. So in presence of heat, ferrous sulfate will show decomposition. What are the observation? Ferrous sulfate crystals are light greenish in color. So here we can see the change in color. After heating, it becomes brownish. This is due to the formation of ferric oxide. So this is a type of chemical change. Also, ferrous sulfate on decomposition forms sulfur dioxide and sulfur trioxide gases. That is, ferrous sulfate on heating breaks up. The overall reaction of the equation of this activity is ferrous sulfate solid decomposed to form ferric oxide solid, sulfur dioxide as a gas, and sulfur trioxide as a gas. So here you can see this single component or the substance is broken down into 3 different substances. So this is an example of decomposition reaction. In this reaction, you can observe that a single reactant breaks down to give simpler products. This is a decomposition reaction. Ferrous sulfate crystals lose water when heated and the color of the crystal changes. So the reason behind the change in color is that the ferrous sulfate loses the water of crystallization. It then decomposes to ferric oxide, which remain in solid state, and the other 2 byproducts are sulfur dioxide and sulfur trioxides. Another example of decomposition is the decomposition of calcium carbonate. Calcium carbonate, in presence of heat, decompose to form calcium oxide and carbon dioxide. Decomposition of calcium carbonate to calcium oxide, that is lime, and carbon dioxide on heating is an important decomposition reaction, and this is used in various industries. Calcium oxide is called lime or quicklime. It has many uses. One is in the manufacturing of cement. When a decomposition reaction is carried out by heating, it is called thermal decomposition. So this is a specific type of decomposition. In this, the compound is decomposed in presence of heat energy. Let us have some more examples of thermal decomposition. Take about 2 grams of lead nitrate powder in a boiling tube. Hold the boiling tube with a pair of tongs and heat it over a flame. What do you observe? Also note down the change in color, if any. So what are the observations? In the given activity, we have to take lead nitrate as a component. Brown residue of lead oxide is formed during heating. Pungent smell fumes of nitrogen dioxides are evolved. So here, lead nitrate, which is a reactant, is broken down into lead oxide and nitrogen dioxide. So here also, lead nitrate is broken down into 3 components. So this is an example of a decomposition reaction. Also, we observe the change in color. So till now, we have studied about the decomposition reaction in presence of heat. Now, we will now study the decomposition of water in presence of electricity. So electricity is another form of energy. So let us study the electrolysis of water. Let us read this activity first. Take a plastic mug, drill 2 holes at its base and fit rubber stoppers in these holes, as you can see in this figure. Insert carbon electrode in these rubber stoppers. So here are 2 carbon electrodes. Connect these electrodes to a 6-volt battery. Fill the mug with water such that the electrodes are immersed. So here this is the setup for the electrolysis of water. Now add a few drops of dilute sulfuric acid to the water. Take 2 test tubes filled with water and invert them over the 2 carbon electrodes, as you can see here. The 2 test tubes are inverted over the carbon electrodes. Now switch on the current and leave the apparatus undisturbed for some time. This is done so that the time should be given for the ionization of the water. You will observe the formation of bubbles at both the electrodes after ionization. These bubbles displace water in this test tube. Now, let us discuss about the activity. What are the main points? Is the volume of the gas collected same in both the test tube? What do we observe? The volume of gas collected in the test tube is not the same. What is the reason behind it? Let us see. Once the test tubes are filled with respective gases, remove them carefully. Test these gases one by bringing a burning candle close to the mouth of the test tube. So what we have to do? After the activity, we have to collect the gases and we have to test the presence of gas in it. What happens in each case? Which gas is present in each test tube? Let us have the answers of all these questions. In one test tube, the gas burns with a pop sound. This is the characteristic feature of a hydrogen gas. Whereas in the second test tube, matchsticks burns brightly. So this is the characteristic feature of the oxygen gas. So by testing, we got to know that in the 2 test tubes, the gases which were obtained are hydrogen gas and oxygen. Now, let us look upon the amount or the volume of the gas observed. Hydrogen is present in double volume as compared to the oxygen. Now, what is the reason behind this? Why is the amount of gas collected in one test tube is double the amount of gas collected in another test tube during the electrolysis of water? So here is the answer. In electrolysis of water, water is dissociated in presence of electricity. Electricity, being a type of energy, helps in the decomposition of water. Water is electrolyzed to give hydrogen gas at one electrode and oxygen gas at the other electrode. This is the chemical equation of decomposition of water. Here you can see water is decomposed into hydrogen and oxygen. Thus, 2 molecules of water gives 2 molecules of hydrogen gas and 1 molecule of oxygen gas. This is why, because the decomposition follows law of conservation of mass. So by balancing the chemical equation, we got to know that 2 moles of water decompose to form 2 moles of hydrogen, whereas 1 moles of oxygen. So this is the reason the amount of hydrogen gas collected is double the amount of oxygen gas. Thank you.